Hello, viewers. Welcome back to the Friday session. I hope you're having a blast this year and sticking to the resolutions that you took. So, on that note, let's start today's session. So, I hope we all have heard this term thought leadership, and it's something that we are hearing each day. And we search on Google on how to leverage LinkedIn to get loyal customer base or build audience. You'll hear this jargon called thought leadership, but what it is exactly, right? If you read 10 blogs, you'll find 10 different definitions. In my opinion, it's a part of your content marketing strategy that helps you build credibility in front of your audience. And the main goal of establishing the thought leadership is to make sure that you are a go-to place for your audience whenever they need help or a solution. And one of my favorite definitions of thought leadership is being given by John Miller, who says that it consists of ideas that require attention and offer guidance or clarity that can lead people in unexpected directions. So in short, it means if you're providing value, you're sharing your opinions that's different from others and that catches someone's attention. So that can be termed as thought leadership. But why do we need one? That there is so much already content around your industry. There's already so much of blogs existing. So why should you prefer to write around your niche and the ideas? Why should you share exactly? So source from Sevo says that 70%, 74% of buyers choose the company that was first to add value. So that does that mean if you're not the first, should you not write or should you not share your ideas? Well, definitely you should, because the problem is most of the people who actually encounter thought leadership content, they say that half of them is not actually valuable. So even your content, you're new to it and you're just starting out, you have an edge because the content that is already existing doesn't offer much value to the audience. So, but why we are hesitant on starting and sharing our ideas? We all are scared of being judged, or we think that we don't have anything to say, or simply we don't have time, or what if we say something wrong? Well, these are the feelings that we all encounter, and therefore this session is to give you an idea if you just want to start out to break that barrier and make sure that begin with. It's a long road that you have to take on to be a known face and name in the industry that you're operating in. But just to start out, here is a basic structure that you can follow, and you can use a mix of all these three segments. So I'll define all these segments. A very basic definition of industry thought leadership is whatever is going around in the industry, there is something news trend is going on. So you can give a fresh perspective around that. Don't just share what already is being written or already is being said. Do your research, understand that, okay, this is something that you feel and you really care about the news or the trend, and you can build around that. Then is your product thought leadership. So if you have a SaaS and there's a pressing problem that people have, you can build a content around that that does not directly talk or boost about your product, but links back to the product that you're selling. And third is the organizational thought leadership, where you can produce content, where you can talk about your culture, organizational culture, where you can talk about your people, share their stories, and anything that you learned from your organization that your audience can benefit. So talking about product thought leadership content, you can share the how-to guides. If for example, uh, if you are, let's say Semrush is there, I have picked that example, I'll show that later. So you can write a how-to guide of solving the problem, which is linking to your product. And then you can share client stories, how you have transformed their business. Then you can share best practices of using your tool. So these are some basic prompts that you can keep handy whenever you feel like that uh, you need to write something. And here are two excellent examples. The one is from the Oleg, he's CEO at Semrush, where he simply shared a story of his client and how SEMrush actually helped the client to transform their business. And in the second example, you can see Jacob, who leads the content at SEMrush, shares a guide around driving traffic to the blog. And he has not directly talked about SEMrush, but if you read through it, you will find that he has linked back the steps on how you can perform these steps in SEMrush, which is SEMrush is a tool for content marketers. Then comes the industry thought leadership content. And as I already told that if there is a news going around or a trend that is going around, so try to develop a fresh perspective and share that. And then if you can find insights that what industry will look like around after 5 years or 10 years, you can talk about that. Then you can search around the ideas or the problem that your audience is facing, and you can provide a simple guide to that. Here is an excellent example from founder and CTO at HubSpot, Shah. So he has given his opinion around Web3, and you can see because it's a trending topic, and he has given a fresh perspective. It got him some good engagement on the post, and it's again the example from Jacob. He has shared on how to measure the performance of your content. So marketers do create content, and but they're not able to measure the performance of the content. So it's a great guide for them, and it's something that the need of the industry, and he has prepared the content around the same. The third is the organizational thought leadership content. So people do also want to know what lies beyond numbers. Okay, so there are people uh, operating behind those numbers, and people are interested in finding if they can vibe with you or not. It's again a sync that establishes between you and an audience. You can share around stories that you people are working with, learning from your organizations, and some bigger ambitions of your organizations than just money and the numbers. Just to share an example from SEMrush, they donated some. Let's forget the number, but they have shared a news that they have supported an NGO, and it really shows that these people care more about people that they are working with rather than interested in money. And then the second example is the culture code, which got good engagement shared by Dharmesh Shah, where he talked about the culture code at HubSpot, and it's a great guide. So my final thoughts are, if you're just starting out, and the focus should be on learning your audience, and it's a continuous process. So you can use this guide, this framework, prepare a mix of the content and learn that which content is performing and which is not, and then you can continue your journey towards becoming a known face in the niche. And in case if you need help around how to start and how to write your content, we are just a call away. Thank you.